Green and Tiffany Stratton have some members of the IWC furious, and all they did was point. But there's more to it than that. And before we get into all of that, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And of course, if you have some free time after this video, check out any one of my other YouTube channels for even more incredible content. So at the top of this video, you guys already saw the clip that led to all of this backlash. We're going to read a couple of tweets and then we're going to get into the breakdown. And the first tweet reads, and I quote, why are they openly being racist on live TV? Another person says, considering the allegations the two of y'all constantly face, this is kinda the dumbest thing optically you could have done. They didn't put you, but you know they meant to. This person says, we know y'all racist asses couldn't wait to be given a microaggressive taunt from a well-known racist like they. This is Sophie Cunningham's Twitter against black women, and then she goes on to attack Chelsea and Tiffany Stratton. Another person says, so highly disappointing. I'm a huge fan of Chelsea's, but not anymore. We don't do MAGA and racism. This person says, two corny ass white girls without a lick of seasoning. I love me some Charlotte though. And yeah, one thing about Charlotte was not taking part in the festivities at all. But anyway, this person says, y'all turn everything into something big. It's actually pathetic. How many of you guys agree with this sentiment in my comments? Talk to me. And now this is the actual point that Chelsea and Tiffany were imitating. This is what originated everything right here. So as you guys can see, Sophia Cunningham was going out of her way to antagonize the black players she was playing against. And that was the point that Chelsea and Tiffany were doing to Jade, Meechin, and B-Fab, you know, on SmackDown, which is the reason why a lot of people are upset with them. And the reason why Sophia Cunningham is considered to be racist because of guys like him and a lot of the people who support Sophie Cunningham, like this whole taunting of the black woman, they are incredibly racist. She has become the face of online racism for these people. Okay, I'm not calling Sophia Cunningham herself racist because I don't know. I'm not putting it past her because I don't know her personally. You know, if you ask me, the majority of people are fucking racist. We just don't know it. But we all know why they are championing her is because of the antagonization of black women. But that is a different conversation. And to add fuel to the racist fire, we have this clip from the White House.
And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And I didn't say a word. And I was like, oh, shouldn't have said that. And
so you guys seen that? Like I said, the racists online have been making memes of this ever since it went viral. So that is the reason why a lot of people are upset with Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green. They're calling her a racist. And this young lady, she sums it up so perfectly. I'll just let her speak.
I posted on Threads how people needed to stop sharing that image of Sophie Cunningham because she's a racist bitch. Immediately started asking me for proof that she's racist, and honestly, the comments did a majority of that work for me.
Hold up, I just want to read this comment real quick. This person says, she says, stop sharing that vid of Sophie Cunningham, she's a racist B-word. And then this person says, that's why we love her, dummy. So this person is basically saying that, yes, we love her because she's a racist. Just putting it up there. Another person says, yeah, so like it's a bad thing. F you. So the racists are rallying around Sophie Cunningham, thus making that taunt racist in the eyes of a lot of people. Where do you guys fall on that? Let us continue.
When the loudest people supporting you are openly racist, openly anti-black, and openly anti-immigrant, maybe you need to ask yourself why they feel that that image of you represents them. It is overwhelmingly white people turning this routine on-court confrontation into a cultural and iconic moment. People are circulating this image simply because they are rallying behind a white player antagonizing a black woman. Literally all that happened was Sophie Cunningham would not stop pointing her finger at Dawana Bonner simply because she knew it was getting under her skin. Pointing your finger at someone alone is not what makes you racist. What makes you racist is when your supporters are openly anti-black, openly anti-immigrant, and openly racist, and you do not do anything to publicly distance yourself from that support. And I am not going to sit here and pretend that Sophie Cunningham did not make microaggressive comments when she questioned whether the WNBA should expand to cities like Detroit or Cleveland when we know what the racial demographics of those cities are.
What do you guys think about that in my comments? Me personally, I don't all the way disagree. Okay, Sophie Cunningham did not publicly distance herself from all the racists that are rallying around her. So, you know, in the eyes of a lot of people, that makes you a racist. As far as I'm concerned, like I said, I don't know. The jury it's up in the air. She could be a racist for all I know. She could be a great person for all I know. I don't know. Me personally, I know one thing. I hate all you racists. Okay, all of you racists rallying around Sophia Cunningham, I wish all the bad in the world for you. You could all eat AIDS, you know what. I hate all of you. So don't get that twisted. I always going to have smoke for the racists. But anyway, how this translates back to Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green is that Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green, they did this to B-Fab Meechin and Jay Cargill, who are all black women. Well, Meechin is part black, but you know, so that's the optics of it. That is the reason why people are calling them racist. You know, when you look at it from that point of view, I can see why people are calling them racist. Now, of course, you have people online saying that it's not that serious. You know, it's just a point. We make everything a big deal. But when you think about it and you add all the nuance to it, it makes sense why people are calling that situation and calling them racist. It makes sense. But I don't know. But speaking of racist, real quick, we have Tessa Blanchard. She might be coming to AEW. I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Right? Tessa Blanchard in the AEW. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think she's the racist that people are making her out. You know, I don't know. I forgave Tessa, and she ain't do shit to me for me to forgive her. But you guys get what I mean. I'm not one of those people who's mad at Tessa anymore. And speaking of random shit, we have the John Cena Classic. Anybody remember that? Whatever happened to the John Cena Classic? That's a good question. I don't know. It hasn't been mentioned since. Whatever happened to it? And another thing that went viral, I don't know why this is going viral, but Liv Morgan has gone public with her relationship to some guy named Landon Hardwick. I don't know who the fuck this is. And if I'm being honest, I don't give a shit. I don't care about these people's lives, but it has gone viral, so I included it in the video. But anyway, where do you guys fall on this whole race situation? Let me know in my comments. Stop pointing at people.